Hello and welcome back to Jack Knives Reviews. I'm of course your host, Jack Knives. Today we'll be reviewing the fun hit blockbuster, Masters of the Universe. After 15 years of hiding on his mother's home planet Earth, Prince Adam is brought back to his father and his home planet Eternia in order to stop the evil Skeletor. With the mysterious Sword of Power having turned him into He-Man, the greatest warrior in the universe. Now he must gather an army of loyal friends, as well as reclaim Eternia from Skeletor, and fulfill his destiny. I talked a lot about how much I enjoyed this movie when it first came out, and I actually did a bit of a recap of my thoughts, as well as with a couple of my friends over on Mark's channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. So if you want to hear more of my details about what I personally thought, wish it could have happened. But to summarize it, this was an overall fun movie. That's the best way I could describe it. It was fun. It was not overly complicated. It was not crazy, intricate mythos. And yes, there were a couple things I wish could have happened a little more in the movie. But overall, I loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic for what it was. It wasn't trying to be something crazy. It wasn't trying to change the game or whatever. But for what it was, which was a fun popcorn movie, it was great. It was fantastic. Nicholas Galitzin plays Adam / He-Man. And what I liked about his performance is he actually gave character to Adam, who in every iteration I've ever seen of He-Man has been the worst character of his entire series, because he's very cardboard. He doesn't really have a personality. Things kind of just happen to him, but he doesn't really do much. But here, this Adam actually has some gravity to him. He has some interesting attitudes, some notions, some talking points, some way about him. I think it's a lot to do with his attitude of just being funny, and he's actually really entertaining. Idris Elba plays Duncan / Man-at-Arms, and he does a great job alongside a lot of the other cast of the Masters of the Universe, with probably being the biggest standout of Jared Leto as Skeletor. And it's really funny because he's the best part of the movie, but luckily he didn't do any of the press conferences, because I think deep down we all know and have come to the realization that his name is box office poison. And unfortunately, because of his name, I don't think many people at all wanted to see this movie. Another huge standout that no one's really talking about is Camila Mendes as Teela. She did a fantastic job. She had a lot of carrying weight. She felt like she really was like the stoic, serious one in this entire movie. But in the funniest contrast, Alison Brie, who is a very versatile actor, she played the perfect evil Lynn, because she was just the right amount of snarky, funny, quirky, villainous that I love about her character. The movie was directed by Travis Knight, who directed Kubo and the Two Strings, as well as Bumblebee. Both movies that I feel are very underappreciated for what they are, especially Kubo and the Two Strings. It is so crazy that he went from Kubo to Bumblebee to this. He's only done 3 movies as a director, and so far, I've enjoyed and been entertained by all 3 things he's directed. And the movie script was written by Chris Butler, who was also the guy in charge of Paranorman and Kubo and the Two Strings. But like I said, it's so crazy that you have these guys who primarily are known for their animation work, working on something it's a movie that I feel should be seen in a bigger audience, bigger screen. It's a fun movie. I cannot emphasize how much I like this movie. I was smiling ear to ear almost the entire movie. Now, as a person who watched the cartoon, there were things I wish they could have done a little more, but given the fact that they already had a huge budget, and I think they were probably already pushing the limitations of what they could do with that budget, I liked what they did with it. Everything looked as close to the original series without being too goofy, and yet it felt genuine. Nothing in this felt fake. Nothing in this felt like a cash grab. It felt like, oh, this was actually heart-to-heart trying to adapt the original source material by giving it its own identity at the same time. A thing that people constantly in nerd circles complain about. We often see movies that are adaptations or shown from comic book perspectives, TV perspectives, and we're like, that's not the original. That doesn't feel right. This feels like a cash grab. Most recent adaptation I did was of Supergirl, and I hate saying it, like that felt far less soulful than this movie. This movie felt like the heart and soul was there. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with the movie. It's just an overall great, fun time. And honestly, that's what I wanted to go see it for. I didn't go in there to the expectation of, this is going to be a screenplay masterpiece. This is going to be a best picture contender. No, I just like, hey, you get the source material. You have a good time with the source material. You could change stuff, of course, and you have a fun overall time. And that's all I wanted. And it was exactly that. And it did leave possibilities for sequels / spin-off TV shows. And I really, really hope they do that, because I feel like this is a movie that should be appreciated more. It should be loved more. And honestly, I had a fantastic time watching it. It really is fun. I think it's one of those movies that's fun for everyone. It's a movie that I just like, and I probably will add it to my own collection. So that's all I got to say about it. I give Masters of the Universe 5 out of 5. Have you seen Masters of the Universe? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to stab that subscribe button and slice that like button, and I'll see you next time.